Welcome to Families Are First Teachers, a video series designed to support families who are supporting learners at home. Lately, many families are finding themselves having to help their children navigate remote schoolwork. Some caregivers say they're feeling like substitute teachers for their own child these days. However, what we know about families is that they are children's first and often best teachers. These short videos are designed by experts in curriculum and instruction, behavior, and special education from Summit Educational Service Center and State Support Team Region 8, with the goal of empowering family members for the new teaching roles they find themselves in.
Hi, I'm Steve Miller. I am the Math Content Consultant at Summit Educational Service Center. This session will provide some strategies for helping your child with homework. Establish a routine. Have a set time, including when you begin homework and when you end homework. I found with my children that they needed some playtime after school before they were ready to do homework. But you will have to decide what is the best time for everyone in your family. Make sure that you have sufficient time so that they're not rushed in order to get it accomplished. Find a good location that will support their homework. You might make sure that that location has pens and pencils, paper, hookup for their computer, other things that they might need, a comfortable chair, and make sure that you eliminate or reduce any distractions. Sitting in front of the TV is probably not the best place to complete their homework. Create a positive environment. Give praise and encouragement. You may even want to reward them after multiple days of successful homework. You might want to have a special reward for them. You can tell your child how important homework is in the process of their learning. I do want you to understand that there are different types of homework. Sometimes the teacher will provide practice homework. The teacher in class has gone over material, students are prepared, and they go home and review that by doing it again themselves. Sometimes they're doing preparation homework, and in this case, they're maybe reading something ahead of time so that they're ready for class the next day. Sometimes the homework is an extension. They're applying their knowledge and the skills that they've gained to new content. Other times, it could be integration of multiple subjects. It's important to realize that struggle is part of the learning process. It really helps me to learn. I want to exercise my brain, which really is work. We want our children to be independent learners. But at the same time, we want to be careful that we are not having unproductive struggle because of frustration. So now some more specific guidelines. Make sure that you're asking more questions than giving of answers. You want to be a guide, not someone that completes the assignment. Allow your child to do most of the talking while you are helping them with homework. At the beginning of any homework session, make sure your child knows what they need to complete. You may even want to go over the directions to make sure that they are clear on the expectation. You don't want the first 10 minutes for them to be staring at their work going, I don't know what to do yet. So you could ask them questions like, what do you remember about this topic? What do you need to do to complete the assignment? Be an example. During homework time, be productive yourself. Perhaps while your child is reading, you might be reading a book as well. Or maybe when they were doing their math assignment, you're balancing your checkbook. You may even take that time to research information on the internet. Make sure that periodically you check in on how your child is. You want to watch for frustration. You want to make sure that they are staying on task. Just some check-ins are a good strategy. Sometimes they might be stuck, so you might want to suggest some strategies. You might say, "Tell me what you've done so far." And in that process, they may start to clarify in their mind what it is that they need to do next. And I could follow up with, "What do you think you should do next? Do you remember what your teacher told you to do? Do you have notes from class today? Can you find another place that would give you another explanation? Do you have a friend that you could ask?" At the end of each homework session, I would spend some time to summarize. Ask your child, "Tell me what you accomplished during your homework. What were you working on and how did that process go? What was the easiest part? What did you find most challenging?" This might help you to understand where your child has their strengths and where they might need some additional work. Realize that you are cooperating in the learning process with your teacher. You may see something in that homework assignment that looks like a new approach to something that you have learned a different way. I encourage you to support the teacher in that process. But I also would say to communicate with the teacher. Make sure that you know their expectations and the ways that they are expecting you to support them. If assignments seem to be too short or too long, you may want to communicate that with your child's teacher as well. So through this process, remember the importance of homework. To become really good at anything, you have to practice and repeat until the technique becomes intuitive. It's this module on helping your child with homework. Thank you for joining us. If you found this video helpful, you can find additional ones just like it on the Summit ESC YouTube channel. Just visit YouTube and search for Summit ESC. There you'll find additional brief videos on self-care and social emotional needs, supports for diverse learners, developing a growth mindset, and academic content supports. We hope these videos provide some new ideas, resources, and tips for supporting your learners at home and in life.